and welcome to this new part of our Django tutorials. This part we're going to see how we can create a blog from scratch. So first of all, we want to start a project in Django. So let's create a directory, a folder for our blog. I'm going to call this my blog. And I'm going to cd to my blog. And here I'm going to create a virtual environment. So Python 3-m venv my blog, and I wait for the virtual environment to be created, and here it's been created, so I can cd to my blog again, and here I can open up a file related to the code. So we can close this one and keep this one. So let's open the terminal and we should cd to the bin folder. And here we should activate our virtual environment. So if you're on Windows, you should cd to scripts folder, and in order to activate your virtual environment, you should run activate or activate.bat. But here you should run source./activate, and here we are, it's been activated. So here we should first install Django, pip3 install Django, and we wait for this to finish. Also, because we need to have images in our blog, we need to install Pillow. So pip3 install Pillow. There we go. So it's been installed, and now we can run Django admin, start project, my site. So you can call your project anything that you like. I'm gonna call this my site, and I will then cd to my site. And now let's also do this manually. There we go. So here we're in my site, and now let's run python manage.py migrate. So we wait for this to finish. And here we are. So the next step is to run python manage.py run server, and here we go. So if you click on the link, follow the link, you will be redirected to, or if you're on Windows, you will need to copy this and paste it into your Google Chrome. So here we are, and our project is up and running. So let me open up my Google Chrome. And here we go. So our project is up and running. So next thing we need to do is to create our app folder. So let me clear the terminal, and here we go. So I will create a folder for app. So Django admin start app, and I'm gonna call this blog. So this is the blog app, and as you can see, the blog folder has been created with the models, app, tests, and views, and all of these files. And whenever we create our app, all we need to do is to add it to our settings.py installed apps. So the settings.py is in the project folder, which is my site. And here we are in the settings.py, and let's find the installed apps. Here we are, and here we should add the name of our app, which is blog. So here we go. It's been entered here. And the first thing we're going to do is to complete our models.py. So first of all, we need to complete this file, and then we will go on with the rest of the project. So now first we should import from Django.db import models, and then also from Django.contrib.auth.models import, and here we need to import user because we're going to use it for adding users to our model. And also we're going to import from Django template, Django.template.default filters import slugify, because we're going to slugify each one of our blocks, which is slug is the address that we give to our blogs. It's actually a kind of a name inside of our URL which we assign to each one of the blogs, and so we create a name for that. So slugify means to create that kind of name. So the next thing we're going to do is to create the class called post. So I'm gonna type class post, and here instead of the parentheses I'm gonna write models.model with a capital letter, and here we go. And there, instead of the class, we're going to first of all add the title. So title equals to models dot, so here we're going to use char field, and then what we need to do is, so we have the char field, so we need to determine the max length. So the max length equals to it could be 255, but we don't need that much, so probably 150 is okay. 170, and unique equals to true, so it should be unique. We shouldn't have the repeating titles. And then the next thing we're going to enter is the author, so the writer of our blog. So here we're going to use models.foreign key, and here we're going to use the user, right? The user that we have imported. So we create a super user and a number of users who can log in and sign up or log in and create a new blog. So here we use the user, and for the onDelete we use cascade. So actually we need to use models.cascade, and this means that if you delete the post, everything related to that post will also be deleted. So in a database, when for example we create a kind of a blog or post inside of our blog, when we delete a post, the user's information, everything related to that database will also be deleted. So that's why we use the models cascade model for the user. So the next thing we're going to enter inside of our database is slug, and I've explained what slug is. So we're going to write models.slugfield, and then instead of the parentheses we're going to write the max length and unique. So max underline length equals to, so we can give this 100, and unique, it should also be unique because each slug is unique, because each title is unique as well. So let me also make this one clean and tidy. So the next thing I'm going to write here is the body, so the body of our post, and here we should use models.text models.text field. So we can write nothing in the parentheses. And so we also need the date that it's being created. So here I can write created on and uploaded on. So created date, I can write created date and uploaded date. Uploaded date. So it's the date that it's been uploaded and the date that it's been created. So for both of them we can use models.datetime field. And so we will activate the auto now add for the first one, auto now add. So it will consider the date and time and that it's been created. And here we're going to use models.datetime field again. And again we will use auto now but without add. And this should also be equal to true. And in the end, something that we need to do in the end is to add the image. So image equals to models.image field. And then we have the attribute upload underline 2 equals to, we're going to store it in the images folder. So I'm gonna call this images, and then we will create that. And blank equals to true, null equals to true. So it can be left blank. If you don't enter an image, it will be blank, but we will have the post. So blank equals to true. And also null equals to true. It could be nullable. So that's it. So we have entered all of the models of our post. So here the next thing that I'm going to add is the class meta. And what we're going to add here is the date of creation, or so here I write ordering, and we will add this field created date. There we go. And also we're going to create the str function to add this to our admin panel. So def underline str underline, and here I'm going to add self as the attributes, and then I'm going to return the title, self.title, which is the presenter of our database, so that the title of the blog is the most important part of the blog, and this will represent the whole information about the post. So if you want to have a title for everything about one post, it is the title. That's why we'll add this to our str function. So I'm going to create another function, and I'm going to call this save. So in this one we're going to include self arguments, and so we need asterisk before the arguments, and double asterisk keyword arguments. So what we're going to write here is, so if the slug doesn't exist, if not slug self.slug, then it should create this slug according to the title. So self.slug. So if the user doesn't enter the slug, it will automatically create a slug by the slugify function that we have imported. So slugify, and so it will create this slug according to the title, self.title. And there we go. So, and then after that we need to add super. So super, and in the parentheses we write the post and self, and then that save, and inside of it we're going to enter asterisk arguments and double asterisks keyword arguments. So there we go. So here the arguments also should have s. And here we go. So we've created the models for our post. We are also going to create the comment models, which we're going to cover in the next part of our tutorial. And then after creating that, we're going to create the super user and create one blog inside of our admin panel. And then in the next steps, we're going to complete the URLs, views, and the templates so that we can have a complete website with the blog capability. So that's it for this part of the video.